YTL Corporation Berhad is an integrated infrastructure developer that does operation in many countries. In 1997, YTL Foundation was founded because YTL believed that education can change a person's thinking, inspire a person to achieve a higher result in their life, and lastly, let the country become stronger. YTL Foundation aims to enable individuals and communities to be the activator of transformation to improve and benefit society. YTL wish to build a better society through better education. The law of the jungle and the survival of the fittest still unchanged in this 21st century society. Vulnerable people in society are often positions that the public lacks and they need the support of deliberate social person or organization to improve their current life and have a place in the community. Community service in an integral component of today's society because it is not only a contribution to society but also an essential support for disadvantaged groups. In recent years, the YTL Foundation has supplied many community service to disadvantaged people in society and held a very important position in the area of social service in Malaysia. Social knowledge of today is indispensable for all. So the most important community service they provide is the convenient help of education because they believe that knowledge can change the destiny of a person to lead a better life. YTL Foundation contributed greatly to community service and they are the objects of our study.
These few years, YTL has provided a kind of service learning which is called Frog Classroom. There are a few special things about this program. Firstly, the teachers are more creative and innovative in the way of teaching the students. The teachers do not use the traditional methods to teach them, but they will think of interesting and different activities and methods to let the students have a better experience while learning. Other than that, the display of more 21st century learning skills within the classroom. Students will get the opportunities to critically evaluate the information and think through their presentations before they present them. This helps the students to be able to learn something from their classmates, engage in better group discussions, work together well, increase confidence, and exercise independent learning. This will also increase the skills of problem solving and decision making of the students.
The first example provided in the research writing shows how much dedication the YTL Corporation Berhad has towards helping education, inequality, and enriching overall education for the less fortunate in Malaysia. Even through tough times, such as accused of trying to profit from helping further this cause by several news reporters who misrepresented the facts and made false accusations and assumptions against them, they were still willing to help provide services for free to support this cause. This shows the amount of dedication that YTL Corporation as a whole has towards helping enrich the less fortunate lives and education equality in Malaysia. The article also states the amount of money they are prepared to invest in order to make this a reality, where government schools have just as much equipment and virtual learning classes as private institutions and access to all the same materials. Hopefully, this example will mean that YTL Corporation Berhad has many more years to fund its foundation subsidiary to further progress and improve the situation for the less fortunate to get more education and enrich their lives.
The next example in the research writing shows that COVID-19 pandemic brings a lot of damage to our community, especially the B40 income group. Since the government announced the MCO on the 18th of March, most people are unable to work and provide enough care for their family. Schools are unable to provide education to the community, especially people who are not accessible to high-speed internet and e-learning modules. YTL Foundation Learn from Home initiative leverages YES connectivity and the learning tools developed by Frog Asia to provide sufficient resources for the student to receive proper education. Latin Kathleen Chiu, Program Director of the YTL Foundation, says the overriding objective of the foundation is to support families in an unprecedented time of crisis, in which there is no telling of exactly when normality will return.
So, as a conclusion, most of the community service that YTL Corporation Berhad provided are related to education. They provided all the community service in order to help most of the Malaysians, especially the B40 income group. We want to help Malaysians to get sufficient education and wanted to provide a better learning environment for most of the students. They have a great vision of learning method in the future. In the past 8 years, YTL Corporation Berhad has started to provide a virtual learning service to most of the school in Malaysia. They help most of the students to improve their education environment. Malaysian students should be grateful because a better learning environment is able to boost the learning progress of the students. Overall, I think that YTL Corporation Berhad had done their best in providing the services. All Malaysians should appreciate what they have done. We hope that YTL Corporation Berhad is able to continue providing their community services in the future, so most of the Malaysians are able to enjoy the benefit brought by the services. Thank you.